Salomon Bantu people. I am back. My name is Mikhael Massa and greetings to my channel. I'm working on many things like websites, books, t-shirts for us, and many other things like my work in Africa, and we will talk about that soon. Today I brought for you something very special. I want to talk with you about Israel's king, King Solomon and King David. And also I brought you prophetic words about the agriculture. You will understand the context later, because at this moment I'm creating some movies here for the Gentiles. I think it will be easier for them to understand, because we know that we call our Savior Yesaya Congo. He shows us the Zilan Congo. As you can see here on my channel, Kintwadi Bantu Israelite united to Tsatanzambian Pungu. So this is the way. This is the way from our forefathers that I made a video about it. The video calls Jacob. We have to force Jacob to his Jacob must be forced to his luck. There I mentioned that Jacob is someone who is very stiff-necked. So I will give you a small introduction to that. Brothers and sisters, since I was a small boy, I was fighting for the truth. You have to know, you grew up with white people calling you the N-word, and they fighting you in schools, and because you are smart, they try to put you somewhere. And then even I have seen the spiritual. So I stole the knowledge of them. Okay, I know what they do to become. I know why they become what they are today. Easier to understand. But I was always asking myself, how could that be that the Most High gave these people so much knowledge, so much power, and and they can do what they want, and and everything what they do, it's going good. And I've made many things. Even now, I have the book is not finished. I made a book about Chiba Malonga, because he already has a blog. Chiba Malonga has a blog, and this blog I have translated it completely, so that you people will see this blog soon on Amazon. But you other people can buy it on Amazon, and the other ones can read those things in my blog for free. You see, because in this work that we do not do anything that costs with money. But I spend a lot of money, and I spend a lot of time to do all this work. That's why I always was shouting out like Ezekiel, all of them, for Kintwadi, for unity. But we will come to that also soon, because you people have to know that you people came here to Europe to learn. You come here for learn. After learning, you will know, how you can handle the people in Africa, here, you see, because all of you has to go back, you see, and all of you have to go back, and we came here to be a light to the Gentiles and a light to our people, And because they are totally lost, our people become more Gentiles than the Gentiles themselves. And if some people only preach the good things about us, then I cannot see the salvation. And every prophet knows that we cannot only say, yeah, everything is good, yeah, Kintwadi is this, here it's written in Revelation. We cannot read only about Isaiah Congo and Tatanzambi, but we have to know the truth, where the truth, where our problem is, and to take this problem out of our lives. So that's why people do not like me, because even if a prophet or someone else is saying something that is not true, I cannot agree with, and I will not agree with, never ever, because this is not the way from our forefathers. And this Bantu thing here has not started with anyone. If you see, I do not want to tell the names, this Bantu things here has not started now. It comes from Banza Congo. It comes from Angola. Yeah, from Judah. It comes from Judah. It's from the Bakongo tribe. Okay? Very smart. Okay, let's start. Okay, Cuba Malonga's book will come soon. Then you have the t-shirts, then you have the blog pages that are the websites, because Bantus has no websites at this moment. I'm working on that too. Then I have to work on the other channels, like German channel, on Portuguese channel, and the Facebook channels also, because people has to know this truth, because this is the salvation. This is the Nzilan Congo. This is the salvation. Okay? And that's why everyone who is doing this work, he is doing a good work, and may Tatanzambi teach him and give him more to this, because this is the way. Okay, I call it, this is the way. You see, if someone tell you what is your way, tell him Zilan Congo, the way of Congo, the way of our ancestors. This is the way. Okay, now this, what I told you, was the mystery of Israel's salvation. That is what I do. Okay, I have seen that I cannot help my brothers without be strong to them. You see, yeah, like be humble, but tell them the truth straight away in their faces, because I have tried many ways. I came out from hell. The Most High lift me up, gave me a gift. Then because I can see two worlds, and then I came directly to my people. If you see some of my videos, that the first videos that I have made, the first videos was for Congo and Congo speaking people. They never heard it. They never wanted. That's why I always have to laugh. If we still today, we have to preach the good things only about us, and this is not the way, because our people are not good, and this is the truth. Okay, our people are not good, and I know it's everywhere, even in Americas and in South America. Our people are like this. If we would be good, then we would be above the nations right now, because the Most High always say, "Come on, Jacob, come on, come to me, and I will give you everything. It's yours." And this is why I preaching knowledge. I do not preach that what the people want to listen to. I preach knowledge. If you listen to my videos, you will get a knowledge, like why I say Israel is in Africa, why I say why I say that Egypt, the Middle East there and above is also Egypt, and it is not the promised land like the most of our people still today think. You see, and I give them maps, I give them prophecies, what will happen. Okay, and I tell them what they have to do, and why and how we will be united, and I tell them the truth about them too. And this was a little introduction, okay? Because long time I did not do live movies. That's why I have to start again like this. Okay, brothers and sisters, we will talk about Solomon today. And this will be very, very deep because people who watched movie like here, we build David's fallen tent. It's almost the same, yeah? But this will be over here. German colonized East Africa and Israel was born. But now watch. I will give you knowledge what you have to do in the promised land in these times where we go. And that's why I went to King Solomon. King Solomon's treasures. Okay? What means King Solomon treasures? And why do you see here everywhere King Solomon's treasures? And they put it, you know, this Gentiles, the white man, do not do anything for fun. You know, he have thousands of books. King Solomon's treasures, treasures Iceland. He have thousands of books, treasures hunters, and you see everywhere he shows Africa. Okay, everywhere he shows Africa. He King Solomon's treasure. Okay, then even if you go into one of these books, you see here more of the comic books in different versions. Jungle Tales. You have here King Solomon's Mines. King Solomon's Mines. You see, so even here. Negro, you see this? You see this? So, what do I want to tell you? Brothers and sisters, this will be a great, great lesson for you, and you will not forget. As you can see here, you see here, everywhere here, King Solomon again. You see? King Solomon's Mines. Everywhere. But why do he show King Solomon with elephants, lions, and always he show King Solomon in Africa? Do you know that the leopard, that's why you see the verse in the scriptures, a leopard cannot change his color, or a panther? If you watch the movie that I have made about the animals, I have a movie about animals, you will find every kind of animal in that was in the ancient time in Africa. Okay? In Africa. So, this shows us clearly that King Solomon must be an African king. Yeah? Only to go to the script without going to the scriptures, yeah, without showing you any other proofs, you can see it here. Yeah? You can see it here that every movie they made about King Solomon, it shows us that these people went to Africa. And why they made so many movies? Why did they make so many movies about King Solomon? You see, these are the important questions here. Who is this guy? Why do they do a lot of movies? Why do they not do a lot of movies about Samson? Yeah, Samson was a black man too in Africa. He fought lions. Okay, David. So if King Solomon was in Africa, you have to know David was in Africa too. Do you get me? Now, everywhere they show you King Solomon is a black man. He fought. They fought against the Edomites. They fought against the Moabites. They fought against the Ishmaelites. Against many African tribes. Okay. Watch carefully. We are going to the scripture soon. Now, this is that what you people know. By 722 BC, the northern kingdom of Israel was conquered by Assyrian, and all the 10 tribes of Israel were taken to captivity. But others escaped, and most of them came to Africa. This is 2 Kings 17. Only Judah and Benjamin in the southern kingdom remained. Judah also sinned and was captured together with Benjamin by Babylon in 580 BC. Now, during this capture, of verse 26, the great number of Jews came to Africa. Okay, so this is that what the historians know right now. This is that what our brethren, our great brethren that must be wake up knows in that particular moment. This is that what they say, what was Josephus said. This is that what is written in some particular books. Okay? Now, watch carefully. We should not forget the 10 tribes who run away years back and have already settled and moving to new places in Africa, to notable ones among the 10 tribes like Dan, Gad, and Asher. But what is with Judah? Judah was in Africa. He never left Africa. What is with Ephraim? Ephraim is Africa. You know, we cannot take Ephraim out of the king of Yah. Where is it here? So this things that I'm showing you here is from, I made videos about that. There's these two movies here: Black People, Real Fact, Dream, and Real History of the True Hebrews. Okay, then you will find this movie about that what I'm talking about now. But this is that what you always have heard, that Judah went in 70 AD. Yeah, they went back to Africa. They stayed there, and from there they migrated to or they was taken captive to other lands. But is it the full truth? Nay. Nay. No. No. You see? That's why we are here. Now, as we have written, Judah was in captivity 70 years according to Jeremiah 25, 11 and 13. They came back to bring forth the Messiah Christ. Okay? Now, again, Judah in the 70 AD, like I told you, Judah was conquered by the Romans and the temple burned down. But before the destruction of the temple and scattering of Judah again, the Romans and the descendants of Edom and Esau took over the running of the temple, and kingship was given to the Edomites. But if you read Second Kings, I want just to show you how we can prove it. 2 Kings 8 and 21, you will see something. You see it. Then Joram, this is a king from Israel, passed over Zaire, this is Congo, okay, with all his chariot, and rose by night, and he and his chariot commander struck the Edomites. So the Edomites was in Congo. They lived in where? In Congo, who had surrendered him. But his army fled home. So Edom revolted from the rule of Judah to this day. So who from Judah? Judah is Joram, and Joram is Zaire. They fought in Zaire, in Congo, in Zadi, in Bazanzadi. You see the great waters. So that's why I can sometimes not explain to someone directly what is what, because you will not understand. How can I tell you directly all the things that I know if you only can understand partial? It is not easy. And I always say, I wish many people to watch this, to make many movies about that, so the people can know the truth, because it's important. Now we're going to that truth back. This is the reason why Herod was a Jew, but a mixture between the Romans and the Edomites. They had intermarriages between them. In short, Herod was a descendant of Edom. He has seen that Judah was dispersed from the promised land when the temple was destroyed in the 70 AD. Also, we reflect back in Babylon, we see other members, the 10 tribes, who become part of Judah. This happened after Assyria was conquered by Babylon. The scripture shows us that some of them failed to trace their clans, and they considered the lost tribe of Israel. Now, those who managed to trace their family roots can also be seen in New Testament of the Bible. A good example, Anna, who was from the tribe of Asher, etc., etc., etc. Now, let's go to this. Let's break this down. So, brothers and sisters, even as I said to one of my movies soon, that Nilotics was with the Bantus, and some of our people, our Bantu people, was like, no, you are mixing up things. No, Abraham was a Nilotic. You cannot take it out of him. You see? So, the mixture happened. And why I always say that? Because you have to know many people outside there. If we would only take the remnant, the remnant of Israel. If we would only go for them, what is with the other people that are in this world that are mixed? What is with all these other people here? It is here. Let you be wise in your own sight. I do not want you to be unaware of this mystery, brothers. A partial handing has come upon Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles has come in. So the Gentiles will be the first who will understand Mikhael Massa. And that's why I do my work concentrated, and I do not care if someone comes with his mind. Never ever. And because I know I have to be lifted up and others must follow. And this way all Israel will be saved. As it is written, the deliverer will come from Zion. From where? From Zion, from Africa. He will banish ungodly from Jacob. And this will be my covenant with them when I take their sins away. So, now, let's go. Where is this man? Where is this King Solomon? Pam. He said that from Zion the king must come from. He said that he gave David, as you can see, house of David was and is and still shall be in Africa. Yah would not destroy Judah for David his servant's sake. And he promised him to give him always a light and to his children. This is 2 Kings 8 and 19. That's why, if you want to know more about Africa and why I always say Africa, 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 I do not only say Bantu. Yes, I know I am Bantu, but I put all the Africans together. Good that we know that Africans will have a kingdom. Yeah, because this was a white on black crime, even if some of these Africans sold us. But we have to know what the Mosai told us. He told us very clear, you and your kings will be sold because of lack of knowledge, because of disobedience. So we have to understand the Most High too. He is in anger, and he gave the Jacob in Zilan Congo. There is a way Jacob must go, and you cannot run away from it. If you want to run away from it, you have to kill yourself. And then we will see if you will not come back or what will happen to you. Maybe hell or something. Maybe a lot of people are saying many things. I don't want to say my opinion and my thoughts about that. Now, yet will a remnant that ye may have some that shall escape the sword among the nation, when ye shall be scattered through the countries. Where did it happen? Esau knows. Esau knows where did this happen. Where the remnant of the people stayed and the others run away. Now he says, and unto his son will I give one tribe that David, my servant, may have light always before me in Jerusalem. And what? The city which I have chosen me, put my name there. Congo. You cannot take King Solomon or King David out of Congo. Never. And one tribe, the Congo, Bena Congo. That's why they say Bena Israel, Bena Congo. The Bena Congo went to America. The Bena Congo, they are in Brazil. They are in Cuba. They are everywhere. This is the tribe. You see, you cannot take it out of Africa. You want to live, and I will give you the prophecies why he had a garden, like you can see here. Yeah, you can see here this garden. I will show you why David, Solomon, and Christ was so. Congo was always talking about the garden. Why did he give so many precepts about garden agriculture? This is your way. It makes a part of the covenant. It makes a part of the work that the Most High gave his children. It is a must. And I will explain you why. Now, he says, nevertheless, for David's sake, did Yah give him a lamp in Jerusalem to set up his son after him and to establish Jerusalem. In the books of Kings, in the books of Chronicles, and all the other books, you will never go out of Africa. These things happened in Africa, and Africa was big. It was even up to the Middle East and a part of Asia. So this Arabia and stuff. It was Africa too. Nimrod was the king of these areas. Okay? So now, let's go. What did he say? I will be humble. David's descendants because of his, but not forever. He says, he shall build a house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. The kingdom of Congo. This is the ancient name that we had. Kingdom of Mbanza Congo. You cannot destroy this truth. You cannot destroy this truth. It is forever. Israel is not in the Middle East. Israel is not in the Middle East. So everyone who is now preaching this truth right here that we have written here, in 70 AD, they go to the historical facts that also happened. That's why the scriptures are talking about two different Israels. I said again, the scriptures are talking about two different Israel. The one that is free and is the mother of us all. And then the other one that is in captive and is in Arabia and represents the Israel from the Gentiles. Okay? That's why the Bible is very complicated. Okay? That's why the Most High gave us, every of us, partial of truth. Not everyone can have all of the truth, like my brother Jonathan always say. Now, as you can see everywhere, why they show you King Solomon with these lions, elephants, all these animals, you will not find them in the Middle East. You will not find them in Asia. You will not find them nowhere but in sub-Saharan Africa. There you will find them. Now, Yes, let's go. Brothers and sisters, I will reveal you something here, and I hope you will be not like the most of our people, stiff-necked, and do not follow this, what I will reveal it here to you. I have told you about my Congo people. Congo Angola, Congo Gabon, Congo Cameroon, Congo Kinshasa, and all this, and even people from Southern Africa. Because if you see the Most High, He do not want us to live like this. He's now establishing His people. He's working now on the prophecies the promises that He gave Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and our forefathers, and the prophets. You see? Now, even I have my promises that the Most High gave me. And some of the people that call me, also I tell them, wait, we will work together. And your sons will be kings above the nations. This is that what the Most High promised us. That's why the Most High now, at this moment, He's changing the rulership. And the rulership will be not changed by being stiff-necked or not listening and not understanding that where the problems come from. Okay? Okay? We have to understand where the problems come from. Okay? Then we can change this problem. The Massa revealed me. He told me very clear. Massa, listen, my son. In this moment, I will destroy many of, I don't want to say this word, He will kill many people from us. He will. You see it, the Angolan president's daughter. And you see it in R. Kelly. You see Michael Jackson. You see, he will destroy all the people from Jacob. He will finish them off. All the wicked ones will lay down. And he say, I will go with my anger to the Gentiles, like you see it in China and everywhere. The sicknesses will come over them. He said it to me. He said to me, He will destroy them one by one. And one nation will fight against the other. And He says, your son, He said, your son and your sons and daughters will be above them. And you people will save the remnant of the Gentiles and of your people to bring them to the promised land. And you will rebuild. Right now, at this moment, you start to rebuild David's tent. That's why I call it the Tabernacle. Okay? And this is wisdom. This is wisdom. Not directly to show to someone who did not steal. No, you did it. No. We have to prove it. We have to see if he did it. Now, and he said it very clear. He said, He gave me time. And I tell you, He gave me the time. And that's why I am crazy to create many things. Sometimes I do not even sleep days. And I only working because there's no one want to do that. And I know they will not do. I am here in Germany. My brothers and sisters do not care about this truth. And every German will tell it to you. They will tell you they do not care. Yeah? But if you are suffering, if you know the pain of our people, if you know what's going on in Africa, if you know what's going on in Americas, if you go what's going on in everywhere, like Brazil, if you know how these people are treating us, okay? If you know what the Most High really want from us to be for them, gods, hey, this will be a big fight. And that's why we must be prepared. He's preparing us to this. In politics, in science, in religion, and in every kind of works, He will give it to us. He told me, the 144,000, He will choose them. This 144,000 families, these people will rule over the Gentiles. And He said this will happen very soon. He will choose people that will have another knowledge, because He gave the Gentiles only a piece of knowledge. But now our children will have much more knowledge. They will be, look, what we know. Look what we already know. So what do you think what will happen with our children? They will be very strong. You see? And this is that what he revealed me. He said these families will be very wise and they will build many things, and these people will teach the whites, the Chinese, and all of them, and they will be the rulers. And this is that what is coming now. I know it. My son is coming. The king is coming. I can tell it to you. Still now people do not understand who Yesaya Congo really is. Okay? People think we have to worship a dying God. If you worship dying people, you are that. No. We know the Ngunzas, they live forever. And they have to complete their work. Now, let's go more to King Solomon. Then we go to the prophetic. This was now the prophetic for the things that will happen here for us and our sons. And now I go to the knowledge of King Solomon. Yeah, so that why I say that he's an African king, because this is very important. You people has to know that. Okay, let me see. It's here. Crossing the Red Sea. Now here. So, I have a movie. It calls Yesaiah's Miracles Happen in Africa. And if you see this movie, you will see that Christ himself, yeah, the pool of Siloam. The pool of Siloam is nowhere else than in Africa. Okay? Okay, but I will not go into it now. Okay? Here, this one. Luke 13:4. Or those 18 upon whom the tower and the pool of Siloam fell, and slew them. I think that they were sinners above all men that dwelt in Jerusalem. Okay? The pool of Siloam. The problem is, you cannot find the pool of Siloam in the Middle East. But the pool of Siloam, if you go to your books, you will find it in Africa. Because in the footnote, yeah, of this verses here, you will find this one. 2 kingdoms were separated, Israel and Judah. And if you do not trust me, Google it, please. Siloam Canal, or Pond of Siloam, where read a little note in our Bibles below. Read the footnote. It is written, Siloam is the channel that led water from the source of Gihon on the eastern slope of Zion into a lower pond. It is a picture for the silent power of Tatanzambi. Now, again, the Siloam Tunnel, also known as Hezekiah's Tunnel, is a water channel that was carved. The tunnel leads from the Gihon spring to the pool of Siloam. At the end of the tunnel would have been used by the inhabitants as water sources. Okay? Okay, you can see here. Gihon. The Gihon spring or fountain of the Virgin in the Kindred Valley was the main source. And you see, they show you that in Asia, right? But Gihon, yeah, the authors of Genesis describe Gihon as entire land of what? Cush. Okay, and this is Wikipedia. Gihon is in the Ethiopia. Okay, so you cannot say, if you see these precepts here, wait a little bit. If you see these precepts here, where it's written that Christ healed in Gihon, okay, he healed there, yeah, and his disciples was there, okay. So how can it be that he was in the Middle East there, where you showing it to us? So someone is lying here. But I know why this confusion, where this confusion comes from. And we have to sit together and you have to know how to worship the Most High. If you know how to worship the Most High, you will speak with the Most High. Then you will have all the answers that is lost here. Because many people do not have the connection with Africa. They only know they came to visit Africa for some seconds, then they were captive out of Africa. This is their history. They do not even want to know that they are Africa, or they was African and they are mixed. And they fought in Africa and everything happened in Africa. They do not want to tell you that. They will only want to hear that what they want to hear. But even even Wikipedia, said that Gihon, encircling the entire land of Cush, a name associated with Ethiopia elsewhere in the scripture. This view has come support from Herodotus, who thought there were both an African Ethiopia and a Northern Asiatic Ethiopia. A Northern Asiatic Ethiopia. So he knew that Cush, Esther 8 and 9, is not only the southern part of Africa, but also the northern part of Africa. So all this entire land was one land mass. This is the story that they hide from you. And all the stiff-necked people do not want to understand this truth. But it's easy to understand, you see, because it's there. Okay, here, King Solomon's treasures. You see treasures everywhere. Now, let me show you more. Okay, so no, I will not go too deeply into this Gihon thing, because no, you can watch the movie that I have made about that, and you will see more about that. Okay, so it's a very nice movie. And now Gihon is Ethiopia, like I told you. But here also in Genesis 2 and 21, you can see that the Most High says, and the Most High caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept and took one of his ribs, and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which the Most High had taken from man made he a woman, and brought her into the man. Now, watch this. And Miriam and Aaron spake against Massa of the Ethiopian woman. So, Ethiopia and Africa, even science shows us that the humankind came from here. So you cannot tell me that we were created in Asia or in the Middle East. Okay? Because the Most High says, I have created you in the promised land. And the promised land is not this piece here of I don't know what to pronounce it. Okay? And if my people go to this particular area and spend their money there and think that there they will find life and think there they will find the Most High, my people will die. They will die. This is not the truth. Not a little bit. Not even a bit. You have to come with me and others of us to visit here, Jonathan down here, to come to the Congo, you see, to come to Angola, to the Tanzania, to come to these particular areas and to establish, to buy land, to do agriculture, to bring forth David's tents that is fallen right now. Your knowledge is needed. So, now, take this what is good and throw away that what is bad. Really, we cannot be all the same and it is good. Gihon is in Africa. But now, let us see what King Solomon said about that. Solomon's unction to the king. And King David said, call me Zadok the priest, and Nathan the prophet, and Benaiah the son of Jehoiada. And they came before the king. The king also said unto them, take with you the servants of the Most High, and cause Solomon my son to ride upon my own mule, and bring him down to where? To Gihon. To where? Say it. To Gihon. To where? You see, Gihon, it's in Africa. It is the Nile River. You see, it goes to the Congo. And let Zadok the priest and Nathan the prophet anointed him their king over where? Where is Israel? And blow ye with the trumpet and say, Yah, save King Solomon. And many people are confused because of the names. But I will make a video about this too. But Chiba's book, even Chiba, he had these people, he knew the names. He said these names are not correctly because this is Kikongo, okay, that these people spoke. So how can it be they give us such names? So we have the right pronunciation and the right names from every single prophet. This same Hezekiah also stopped the upper watercourse of Gihon and brought it straight down to the west, to the west side of the city of David, and Hezekiah prospered in all his works. Okay. Now, after he built a wall without the city of David on the west side of Gihon, in the valley, do you see valleys in Israel today? Show me valleys there. Show it to me. Even to the entering in at the fish gate, and compassed about Ophel and raised it up a very great height, and put captains of war in all the fenced city of where? Judah is in Africa. What do you do in the Middle East? Yo, this is the truth. The Gihon, do you see him here? Here, the Lake of Victoria. Here is he, where the equator is. The king lived here in the sub-Saharan Africa. Not there. Brothers and sisters, come on. It's time. It's time. Who the land shadowing with wings, which is beyond the rivers of Ethiopia. The attendant ambassadors by the sea, even in the vessel of bulrushes, upon the waters, saying, Go ye swift messengers to a nation scattered and pillaged, to a people terrible from the beginning. Hear hereto, a nation meted out of the trodden down, whose land the rivers have spoiled, all ye inhabitants of the world and dwellers of the earth. See ye, when he lift up a sign on the mountains, and when he blows the trumpet, hear ye. For so Tatanzambian Pungu said unto me, I will take my rest, and I will consider my dwelling place like a clear head upon herbs, and like a cloud of dew in the heat of harvest. For afore the harvest, when the bud is perfect, and the sour grape is ripening, in the flower he should both cut off the springs with pruning hooks, and take away and cut down the branches. They shall be left together into the folds of the mountains. And these are all precepts, but I cannot break all these things down. And the beasts of the earth, and the floor shall summer upon them, and all the beasts of the earth shall winter upon them. And the time shall the present be brought into that ensemble of the hosts of a people scattered and peeled, and from a people terrible from the beginning hereto, a nation meted out of trodden underfoot, whose land the rivers have spoiled, to a place of the name of the Most High Tatanzambe. And I have footnotes for this too, even in French. I have it here. I have so many precepts about Nubi, Mizraim, and Cush. Now, let's go to the prophecies about the why he had a garden. I hope you're still with me and you understand those things. Salomon. Now, watch carefully. Why do I always say, even if you have money, even if you do not have money, look to Africa. Yeah, because this here, what you see here, I can make it bigger for you. You see, this is our migration. Okay? This is our migration. You see? That's why you see the Somalian people have dried land, because these people of Ham did not want us to pass, and the Most High made all of Egypt dry. These people are the ancient Egyptians, Sudan, and all these people. And we fought a lot against many of the Nilotics, but they are not all of them are strangers. That's why some of us saying now that people from Ghana and they are not Israel, but they are. Okay, they are. Okay. Now, here, Africa is life. Africa, even in the movie of Black Panther, they showed it clearly. They showed it very clearly that in this time, many of us will like to destroy the white people with flesh, because they will go after them like the Muslims will do. They will put them things together and they will fight. Will go to war, but not we. We will fight. We will be above them. We will be their kings, and everything what will happen to these people from them, all the bad things that will happen to them. Yeah, brothers and sisters, we will not even have how can I say it in English? You will not cry. The Most High I said it very clear in the Psalms. Look at them, how they suffer. Do not cry, Jacob. It's normal. You see? But if you take the weapons, like in the time of Christ, with Peter, so he started war against the soldiers. Come on, how many soldiers do you want to kill? 1, 2, then you are dead, and you did not fulfill your mission. So please follow me. Follow Mikhael. You see, I am not sent for fun. Now, listen. Okay, here are so many things. Here's so many things. I have to make a special movie. Okay, I have to make a special movie again about the garden and the prophecies, because it's too important, and I cannot take this out here. Okay, because here all these prophecies are wrote down here. No more businesses with the Gentiles and all these things. So you will understand this with the agriculture. I will have to make again one more video about our food and how this food will be sold all over Europe. They will come with boats to Africa. They will come with ships. They will go there and take our food, because we will feed the world. Everything will dry. Everything will dry. They will not have not even water to drink. And many of our stiff-necked people will not believe what I say. And these people will try to deceive many. Brothers and sisters, you can always contact me for every kind of question. You can contact me and we can talk about it. It's very important. So, I will see you soon, and I love you all. Let us work for Kintwadi.